Your last hiccup was 400 million years old. That spasm, the one that embarrassed you in a meeting, interrupted you mid-meal, that is not a malfunction. That is a fish reflex, inherited directly from your aquatic ancestors, still firing in your chest today, for a set of gills you will never have. And the hiccup is just the beginning, because your body is quietly running dozens of programs written for creatures that stopped existing long before humans ever appeared on Earth. You are walking around right now with biological software that was written for a world that no longer exists. And here's the stranger part. Scientists can now trace exactly where these programs came from, when they were written, and why evolution simply never deleted them. What you're about to discover is that your body is a living fossil record, not in your DNA alone, but in reflexes firing right now, in teeth crowding your jaw, in the hair rising on your arms. Let's start with your mouth. You have 32 teeth. Your modern jaw has room for 28. So your wisdom teeth arrive like uninvited guests at a party that ended a million years ago, and Harvard biological anthropologist Richard Wrangham figured out exactly why. In a landmark 1999 study published in Current Anthropology, Wrangham documented something that changed how we understand human evolution. Around 1.8 million years ago, Homo erectus, your direct ancestor, discovered fire. Cooked food meant softer meals, and almost immediately, the human jaw began to shrink. Wrangham identified this as the single largest drop in jaw and tooth size in the entire human evolutionary record. The jaw got smaller, the teeth got smaller, but the genetic blueprint for wisdom teeth never got the memo. It is still printing the same teeth it always did into a jaw that no longer has space for them. Your dentist calls it impaction. Evolution just never hit delete. But the wisdom tooth is just the beginning, because there's a reflex you use every day that, scientifically speaking, should not exist in a land animal. In 2003, respiratory physiologist Christian Strauss and his team at the Pitié-Salpêtrière Hospital in Paris published a study in the journal Bioessays that stopped a lot of scientists cold. They were studying hiccups, ordinary, annoying hiccups. And what they found was this: the neural circuit that generates a human hiccup is virtually identical, structurally identical, to the gill ventilation reflex in tadpoles. Same neural pattern, same firing rhythm, and here is the part that makes it undeniable. Both reflexes can be suppressed by the exact same drugs. That is not coincidence. That is inheritance. Millions of years of evolutionary distance, and your nervous system is still running the breathing software of an animal with gills. And here is where it gets truly strange. Your body does not wait until birth to run these ancient programs. Fetuses hiccup in the womb as early as 9 weeks of development, before the lungs are functional, before there was any air to breathe. The body is rehearsing a gill ventilation reflex for gills that will never exist. Think about that. The first thing you ever did before your first breath, before your first cry, was practice breathing like a fish. In the womb, running ancient code that predates the existence of land animals by hundreds of millions of years. You arrived in this world already running software from a world that no longer exists. And the hiccup is not alone. The goosebumps rising on your arm are a signal to raise fur you do not have, to look bigger to a predator long gone. The palmaris longus, a tendon in your forearm, is missing in 15% of people entirely, with zero functional consequence, because it was built for gripping branches, not keyboards. And the Moro reflex. Press your finger into the palm of a newborn and they grip it instantly, tight, strong, startling. That reflex is a primate survival mechanism built for clinging to a mother's fur as she moves through trees. There is no fur anymore, but the grip is there in every baby born today, firing for a world that vanished long before the first human ever walked. So let's just sit with what your body has revealed so far. Your wisdom teeth, built for a jaw that shrank 1.8 million years ago. Your hiccup, a gill reflex inherited from aquatic life still firing before you were even born. Your goosebumps, a signal to raise fur you no longer have. A tendon 15% of people do not even possess with zero consequence. And a newborn's grip designed to cling to fur on a mother moving through trees. 5 ancient programs running in a modern body right now. That is what evolution actually looks like from the inside. Here is what all of this means together. Every one of these glitches is evolution caught mid-edit. Your body is not poorly designed, it is a palimpsest, a document written over and over across billions of years, where the old text never fully disappears. You are not a finished product. You are a draft being revised so slowly that humans have not been human long enough for evolution to catch up with the world we have built. The hiccup fires, the wisdom tooth crowds, the goosebumps rise, none of them for anything real anymore. All of them still running. Evolution has no delete button. It can only stop hitting save. Every vestigial feature in your body is a fossil, not buried in the ground, not behind museum glass, but living inside you right now, running quietly in the background. The next time you hiccup, really sit with it. That involuntary jolt in your chest is 400 million years old. It remembers water. It remembers gills. It remembers a world before lungs existed, before land existed, before anything that looked remotely like you. You did not just evolve from ancient creatures. In certain quiet biological ways, you still are one.